Rumble 2012. This is when Sheamus won. Good cover. We'll go into... I'm not going to talk as much this time. Video is almost an hour long. Elimination Chamber 2012. I thought Santino should have won that. That would have been funny. Beat Bryan. WrestleMania 28. Very good WrestleMania. Extreme Rules 2012. Great main event there. Over 11 2012. That was shit. Great. Fun. No Way Out 2012. I was there for this one, actually. This was a fun event to be at. Really enjoyed it. Money in the Bank 2012. He didn't do anything with this, but it was still fun to see him win. And Punk and Bryan having great matches. So, yeah, really fun. 2012, $3.99 for SummerSlam because it was not that good. Triple H and Brock Lesnar match was disappointing. Del Rio and Sheamus' feud was pretty shitty. I mean, there really wasn't much. Punk's and Cena and Big Show's match was whatever. This was great, though. I love this cover, though. Punk on it and Cena lying down. For Night of Champions, great main event when I thought Cena won. Orton and Ziggler had a great singles match. Cesaro versus Zack Ryder. Yeah, this was a really good one. And the opening match, there was a fatal four-way with The Miz in there. That was really good, too. Hell in the Cell 2012. Oh, jeez. Here we go. That guy. Ryback. That I actually liked back then. No. Sheamus and Big Show actually had a really good match. They actually had a good match for the title. Orton Del Rio was good. You know, some good stuff on here. Main event was god-awful. It was terrible. Sheamus and Big Show again. That was a... Big Show and Sheamus actually had really good matches. Yeah, there was some good stuff on here. Really. And this was the debut of The Shield, of course. That's what it's really known for. TLC 2012. This was a good one. Very known for The Shield's first match. They did really good. And Sheamus and Big Show's third match, which I thought all three of their matches were really good. I thought Big Show's heel work back then was really good. 2013 Royal Rumble. We had the obvious Cena and Rock second part 2 match. Del Rio and Big Show I thought was actually good. And yeah, I think CM Punk losing was stupid because CM Punk didn't need to lose the title to The Rock. The rematch at the Chamber, same thing. Del Rio and Big Show's rematch was whatever. And the Shield beating Ryback and Sheamus and Cena was shocking because I remember this is when I was watching Raw all the time. So to see them lose was shocking. But like Cena losing was very shocking all the time. Another event I was at, my second only WWE event I was ever at was WrestleMania 29, my first and only WrestleMania. I got to see CM Punk's last WWE match. Well, last WrestleMania match until this year. And Cena and The Rock's match was good. My parents were hoping Cena would win, because if he didn't, I was going to be pissed. And they knew it. Thank God he won. This was way better. Their match, Brock and Triple H's match, their SummerSlam match was terrible. Ryback and Cena's feud was shit, honestly. The Shield winning here with all the belts was good. Payback 2013, CM Punk returning, facing Jericho. That was a good one. Because their feud in 2012 was really good. Money in the Bank 2013, Paul Heyman turning on CM Punk. Great pay-per-view, though. Otherwise, the Money in the Bank was good. Mark Henry and Cena was good, too. A lot of good. Sandow winning was stupid. It should have been Cody Rhodes. And Randy Orton winning was good, even though, yeah, because it led to this moment, the great cash-in. Brock Lesnar and CM Punk, great match. The great Bryan moment when he beat Cena was a great match. Christian Del Rio was good as well. And Bray Wyatt's first pay-per-view match against Kane, RIP Bray Wyatt. Night of Champions 2013, great moment, but it didn't last long. Rob Van Dam, like I said, came back. He came back at SummerSlam on the pre-show, but his first world title match. Had a little stint here. This was a very good pay-per-view. He came back in 2009 Royal Rumble, but that was a one-time thing. This was his little stint. He had a couple matches and stuff. Like Battleground, he had a rematch with Del Rio, very good. The Big Show screwing up the main event match, I thought was bullshit. The best match though was not Punk and Ryback, absolutely not. Was Cody Rhodes and Goldust facing Rollins and Reigns of the Shield to get their jobs back. That was such a great storyline. Hell in the Cell 2013. Bryan and Orton was a great match again. Paul Heyman getting his ass kicked was great. Cena beating Del Rio, whatever. Yeah, that's all they show on here. They don't have match listings. This is why I like the older DVDs. They don't have match listings. Some of them do. 2013 Survivor Series. I didn't care about either one of these matches. They were both boring. This was fun though. It was Harper, R.I.P. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan versus Punk and Bryan. I mean, Mark Henry and Ryback. Who gave a shit about that? 2013, moving right along. 2013 TLC, Cena and Orton again. I love the two handicap matches with Punk beating the Shield and Bryan unfortunately losing to the Wyatt family, but great match though. The main event was good though, but I've seen the match a lot. So CM Punk's last pay-per-view appearance until he came back at the end of Survivor Series War Games just last month was the Royal Rumble 2014. What she honestly should have won, not Batista, and Orton and Cena again having another match. That's like the rinse and repeat bullshit they kept doing. And Bryan, I think Punk was supposed to win this anyway. He was in like the final four. And Bryan and Bray Wyatt had the best match on the entire show. Bryan was, everyone wanted Bryan in this. He wasn't even in the damn match. The Chamber 2014, a rare appearance by Christian. This was fun. I enjoyed the Chamber. I don't know what else was on here. The Usos and Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. I don't remember that. Oh, the Wyatts and the Wyatt family versus the Shield. That was great shit. So those two ones. WrestleMania 30. One of the worst WrestleManias, except for the Yes Movement. Other than that, I wouldn't own this because Bray Wyatt should have won and Taker should have never lost to Brock Lesnar. Extreme Rules 2014. Bryan's only title defense before he got injured was really good against Kane. The Shield and Evolution feud was good, and Bray Wyatt's only win against John Cena was forgettable, unfortunately. A kid helped Bray Wyatt beat John Cena. Payback 2014. Another great Shield and Evolution match. The Shield beating Evolution twice was a big deal. Bray Wyatt, John Cena having a great match. Yeah, and I think Sheamus and Cesaro, that was probably great. And then they ended up being a tag team later on. And this is when Bryan ended up at Payback. He had to vacate those titles because we would have Cena win them in a all-star ladder match. That was a great one. The Wyatts, Harper and Rowan would face the Usos, which I thought this and Battleground were both great. So I thought this was a great show. And Seth Rollins winning Money in the Bank was great because this is when Seth officially turned heel on the Shield. Biggest moment in history still. It was such a big moment. I was shocked. Battleground 2014. It was a good pay-per-view. Like I said, rematch with them. This was 2 out of 3 falls, I think. Or one, I don't know which one was, but good shit on that one. And SummerSlam 2014. I ended up buying it for cheap somewhere. I don't know where I bought it, but I was like, God, I have to get it, even though I don't like this one. Because it's got Stephanie and Bray. Like, I want to watch that shit. And Brock killing Cena with just suplexes. Orton and Roman and Dean Ambrose. I hate saying that name because that's not his name anymore. Jon Moxley. I like saying Jon. And Seth Rollins in a shitty match. Rob Van Dam would end face Cesaro. A.k.a. now Claudio Castagnoli. So, yeah. Night of Champions 2014. This was a better match, and Seth would screw it up. Rusev would have his streak going on. So some good stuff in here. The Usos would lose to Stardust, and that guy, Stardust, not Cody Rhodes, and Goldust. Hell in the Cell 2014. Another Orton Cena match. This one was good. I don't know how many more I could have taken. Seth and Rollins faced. Seth Rollins faced himself. Jeez. Seth Rollins and Jon Moxley faced each other. Bray Wyatt ended up screwing the match over and helped him. I don't know. It was weird. Moxley and Wyatt's feud was terrible, actually. It was really bad. 2014 Survivor Series. This is great. Sting's debut, but it didn't go well after that. It's just really known for the main event. That's really it. That's all I can say about it. And Sting's debut. Because Ziggler should have been a main event star after what he did in that match. He didn't do jack shit. On sale. Look at that. $16.99, $14.99. On sale for $9.99. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. You can't sell it. You couldn't sell it for $6. You gotta keep selling it 4 times. There's probably 6 other stickers behind that. And I don't blame them. Look, who wants a stairs match with Eric Rowan and the Big Show? The tables, ladders, and stairs. Chairs and stairs. The one and only stairs match. Thankfully. Dolph Ziggler and Luke Harper, best match on the entire thing. And this match was good. It was decent. I mean, whatever. 2015 Royal Rumble. Great one. I thought Bray Wyatt should have won, actually, or Rusev. Roman Reigns winning was bullshit, but actually the man who should have won was right here. Daniel Bryan. And a great triple threat match for Brock's title. Could have went either way. Best Buy. I bought this from Best Buy. Fastlane 2015. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Great match. So yeah, there was some good stuff on here. Fastlane was good. Rusev beating Cena, the only time he did, was a shocking one as well. WrestleMania 31, a great WrestleMania, actually. Heights of the Century, that's what it's known for. And Sting's match with Triple H, where he should have won, but he didn't. Rusev's downfall, honestly. And yeah, Bray Wyatt and Undertaker was good. But yeah, after losing to Brock Lesnar. This is when I started buying the DVDs every time they would come out. Extreme Rules 2015. So yeah, there's all the matches. Good show overall. For Seth's first title defense, this was the whole Seth calendar year. For almost all of it. Payback 2015. Good one. Money in the Bank 2015. That was a good one as well. Sheamus winning Money in the Bank was stupid though. Battleground 2015. Great to see. This match didn't even... Brock was killing him and then Taker comes and low blows him. It's great. This would have the Divas Revolution start. Remember that? Yeah, me either. Because that card went away again. SummerSlam 2015. Great pay-per-view. Thanks a lot, Jon Stewart, for screwing Cena out of his tie with Ric Flair. Jon Stewart, you ass. Hell in the Cell 2015. Another great pay-per-view. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt was great. Brock and Taker and Hell in the Cell was great. And their trilogy. United Champions 2015. So this was his last title defense and Sting's last match. Until he came to AEW. That's where he's been ever since and retiring. Because he got injured. Kevin Owens winning his first championship against Ryback. And the era of Charlotte. Whoop-de-fickin-do. Survivor Series. 25 Years of the Undertaker 2015. Yep, Roman Reigns won it all and lost it in 5 minutes, 15 seconds to Sheamus because that was the running joke. He made a shirt out of it. He beat him at TLC. Moxley won the IC title from Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman was in the Wyatt family since at Night of Champions. Jericho made an appearance, teaming with Moxley and Roman, and he fell asleep to the bear hug by Braun Strowman. 2016 Royal Rumble. I did not like Triple H winning. I actually was a Roman Reigns fan still at this time. Surprisingly, since I give him all the shit in the world. But Moxley should have won. John Moxley, now back then Dean Ambrose should have won that shit. Fastlane 2016. Really good pay-per-view. This one Styles was in. Debuted at the Rumble and faced Jericho. Good shit. Mania 32. This is a terrible pay-per-view. Terrible WrestleMania. Because all the wrong winners. I mean, there's not much on there. There's maybe like 1 or 2 matches on there that are good. Everything else is dog shit. Backlash 2016. Great Roman and Styles match, just like their other ones. Just like this one. And Seth returning was awesome. Fatal 4-Way for Miz's title was really good. Intercontinental title. And the worst match ever. The Ambrose Asylum match with Jericho. That was dog shit. Money in the Bank 2016. Really fun to see all members of the Shield have the belt at the same time. The Money in the Bank was great. The Money in the Bank ladder match was great. Styles and Cena first time. This was good, but their other match that we're getting to was better. Battleground was good. This was a good event. Liked a lot of this. Bayley's debut. Good. A lot of good stuff on this one. This was my favorite. Finn Balor winning the Universal title. We know the history behind that. And Cena and Styles had match of the night. Sasha losing to Charlotte was bullshit. Clash of Champions 2016. The Raw exclusive. TJ Perkins, who remembers that guy? Doing way better, I guess, without WWE. Rusev and Roman had a match. There wasn't much on here. It was just all the champions. I liked Night of Champions better. Not Clash. Clash! I don't have No Mercy and Backlash because they never made DVDs for them for some reason. I don't know why. So I actually can't get those. You have to get them somewhere. Hell in the Cell 2016. Again, when they had the cruiserweight shit on a pay-per-view. Rare. The women main eventing was a terrible idea because Sasha lost. It made her look stupid. Thanks a lot. Bayley facing Dana Brooke. Who the hell wanted that shit? Yeah, what a great women's revolution that shit was. Oh, wait, that didn't start till 2018. TLC 2016. Great pay-per-view. SmackDown was kicking Raw's ass at this time. This was great. I laughed my ass off at Brock losing, but I can't stand Goldberg. Oh, the pay-per-view was great. Roadblock end of the line. I wish this never happened. There's nothing really redeeming about this. So there's no rewatchability on Roadblock end of the line. 2017 Royal Rumble. This was a step up from 2016. That Randy Orton winning was a great call. The double features, who remembers these? Elimination Chamber and Fastlane. My first Elimination Chamber was great. Bullshit. And I remember when the WWE Network was a thing, and I started when that was a thing. Samoa Joe and watching Sami Zayn was my first ever WWE Network match I ever watched. And I didn't stay up for the whole thing because back then I didn't. My first ever thing I stayed up for the WWE Network was WrestleMania 33. Oh boy, what a joy. Only at Walmart I could get John Cena exclusive fat head. And this was a 2-match show or 3. Hardy's returning, unsanctioned match. It was good to see Bayley win. Other than that, and the opening match stole the entire show. Shane McMahon and AJ Styles. Shane McMahon was best match of the entire damn thing. Imagine that. So yeah, Undertaker losing again pissed me off. That was nice. To Roman Reigns, who at the Royal Rumble in 2017, I haven't liked him since 2017. I can't stand his ass. He wasn't even a heel yet, and I couldn't stand him. Backlash and Payback, really both shit. I don't think Payback had anything redeeming except Nakamura's debut. Maybe Styles' match, but I don't remember. I get Ty Dillinger and Aiden English on the kickoff show. Wow, look at that. And yeah. I don't think there was much redeeming on this. Seth and Joe was good. Jericho and Owens was good. That's about it. And Jericho would lose the title afterwards. He wouldn't even hold it that long. Kevin Owens won it back. Extreme Rules and Money in the Bank. I didn't like that Joe won this, but I'm glad he did. But they didn't do shit with it. So what a waste. Their Money in the Bank was terrible for SmackDown. This was a shit one. I think the only thing good was the New Day and Usos. Yeah. Extreme Rules wasn't that good either. That's not saying much. Just like Great Balls of Fire and Battleground, one of the worst pay-per-views. That's the chair I'm sitting on right now. This one. This guy right here that's getting TV time. I'm sitting on this. That's the chair I'm sitting on right now. One of the worst pay-per-views ever. Absolute shit. Great Balls of Fire was actually way better. Really good. I wouldn't mind if they brought that back. SummerSlam 2017. I love this cover in the back. It was really colorful. I thought there was a lot of good and a lot of bad. Like, the bad being Jinder beating Nakamura. Bullshit. And he did it at Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell and No Mercy double feature. I get bonus feature. Kickoff match of Apollo Snooze and Elias. He's not even with the company. Oh my gosh. Apollo Crews might as well not be with the company. He's not even on TV. What a joy. Yeah. Basically, same thing. Cena losing to Roman. That made me not like Roman even more. John Cena looked like an idiot. And the Bar versus Seth and Moxley was great. And Strowman losing like that to Brock Lesnar. That's when I lost all faith in Braun Strowman. Haven't liked him since. So I lost Braun Strowman's faith after he killed Roman Reigns. I was like, yeah, I love Braun Strowman. And then this made me lose faith in him ever since then. And just like Roman Reigns, I never liked him after 2017. Haven't looked back. And Usos and New Day, of course, was match of the night. And Shane and Kevin Owens was insane. And that's when Sammy turned heel. I thought that was great heel work. TLC 2017. Kurt Angle's first match back. And I forget when they said it. Long time, though. Asuka's debut against Tennille Dashwood. Emma. Alexa Bliss faced Mickie James. The main event was everyone was talking about. Sasha Banks was on the kickoff show. Imagine that against Alicia Fox. Like, who wants to watch that shit? And Finn Balor and AJ Styles, because it was supposed to be Bray Wyatt versus Balor, his sister Abigail. I'm glad it wasn't. We got Styles and that match to set up. That was a great pay-per-view. Really good stuff on that one. Then we set up the Under Siege when they started giving a shit about Survivor Series and actually brand warfare. When they would go to each show and attack each other. This was actually when you gave a shit about Survivor Series. Imagine that. Great pay-per-view. Wow. Storytelling. Clash of Champions 2017 to end the year. Forgettable. Oh, that's all I can say. Jinder and Styles main eventing. That's forgettable. 2018, I have the little signature right there. That's why it's in this plastic seal right here. If Kelly signed this at a convention. First ever, this is the women's evolution here when they had Asuka win the thing and Nakamura. And Ray came back. I thought this was going to be great, and it was in Philadelphia. I didn't go to that one. I should have, but looking back, I'm glad I went to the SmackDown after the Royal Rumble. That's the last WWE show I ever went to. I've been to mostly AEW shows because that's my shit. That's the shit I watch now. Last double feature, a great Royal Rumble for both. Chamber and Fastlane. You know, Fastlane's forgettable, honestly. The main event's good. Usos and New Day didn't do anything special. They didn't even have a match, really. Same with the Chamber. It's a very you could really skip that. 2 pay-per-views. You wouldn't miss shit. WrestleMania 34. Again, like 2 or 3 matches. Tops that were good. Nicholas winning a tag title. Nope. I never want to talk about that again. Greatest Royal Rumble. 2018. The first Saudi Arabia show of many that we still get. This was my favorite one. Because you get a lot of people that don't get to be on covers. Look, FTR's on there. Yeah, Sin Cara made it on a cover. Imagine that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a good one. There's some good. Cedric Alexander versus Kalisto was good. Payback 2018. God awful. Seth and Miz. That's about it. That's really it, actually. I have NXT on the background, so if that's what I'm looking at. Money in the Bank 2018. This is a great one as well. Great one. I thought the winners. This was the only good Styles and Nakamura match. What a waste. This is when Nakamura's career was dying. Alexa and Strowman winning. I thought Alexa was good. Strowman winning, not. Could have gave one to Becky winning. I thought Becky should have won one of these Money in the Banks, but forget about it now. I don't like her anymore. Extreme Rules 2018, aka the House Show, because these are all House Show matches. This was the only good one. Rusev versus AJ Styles. Everything else is House Show. So it's all shit. And even Brody Lee, who we've all missed, his match was terrible. With Bryan with a boot. Well, Kane had a boot. They injured them. It was all shit. 2018 Survivor Series, way better. 2018 was good. Roman winning, I hate it. Ronda winning a title was terrible. Miz and Bryan was great. Rollins and Ziggler was awesome. Moxley was back, of course. Charlotte winning a title was stupid, but I'm glad that's when Becky turned heel. Not really, because everyone fucking loved it. Vince, you idiot. And 2018 Survivor Series. Terrible. Brock came back and they had a no contest main event. Yeah, that's what we want to see. And Styles and Joe, this had their feud there. Great match there. Same with this one. I thought Joe should have won the title in one of these matches. I mean, geez. Jeff Hardy and Orton was great. McIntyre and Ziggler faced Moxley and Rollins for the Raw Tag titles. Becky and Charlotte had a good match. Their feud was great. They got one of the very few Charlotte matches I gave a shit about. Super Showdown in Australia. I don't care about this because I don't own Crown Jewel. They didn't release that, thankfully, because that's awful. I would never own that. Best in the world with Shane McMahon, my ass. And the Shield on there. Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy. Imagine Buddy Murphy. That was my favorite match. Bella Twins and Ronda Rousey versus the Riot Squad. That was a Monday Night Raw match. Styles and Joe had another great match. And Lashley and Cena versus Owens and Kevin Owens and Elias. That's a Monday Night Raw bullshit match. That's when Cena has this terrible haircut around this time. I put this in plastic because it's the rare Evolution DVD. The one copy, the very existent, the one and only time they ever did it. Becky and Charlotte's great match. What should have main evented, honestly. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying a Charlotte match should have main evented. And I can't stand her. But Ronda and the Nikki, Bella, and Ronda did not need to main event shit. Trish and Lita were also on there. Sasha and Bayley didn't get any praise on this. They face the same people every week in 2018. 2018 Survivor Series, great pay-per-view. Brian and Brock was great. I was nervous for Brian's neck. I thought this was a great match. It was actually shit. I thought everything else was great. Because it was going to be Styles, but this one Brian turned heel, which I actually shocked the hell out of me. On SmackDown. 2018. Shit. Great. The great ones, and that was shit. Could have been so much better. It was absolute shit. '19 Royal Rumble. I like the back artwork here. Bryan Styles, I don't remember liking that match. I think everyone was bored. Shane and Miz winning the tag titles. Becky winning the Rumble was great. Elimination Chamber 2019. Great chamber match. This is when Mustafa Ali was supposed to get the push, though. But thanks a lot, Orton. 2019 Fastlane. Mustafa Ali, Kevin Owens, and Bryan. Great match. The final match of Jon Moxley and WWE. Thank God, because he obviously didn't like it. WrestleMania 35. This thing was too damn long. This went till 12 at night. There's a lot of bullshit on here I didn't like. There's too much stuff I didn't like for me to care. Here, I'm moving you guys up. Moving you guys up. That's where we were. We're at Money in the Bank. With Becky Lynch. Brock winning was a joke. Mustafa Ali was actually going to win that shit. But he looked like an idiot. Great job there. Thanks a lot, Vince. Bayley winning was the right call. Stomping Grounds. No one remembers this. It's for good reason. Extreme Rules 2019. Great event, actually. A lot of good shit on here. Some really good matches. SummerSlam 2019. Disappointing. I didn't want Seth actually to beat Brock because they made him look like they made him look like a whiny bitch. And I didn't want him to win. Clash of Champions 2019. Kofi's round when he won the title, everyone loved it. I didn't. And Braun Strowman's best match was with Seth Rollins. Well, they lost the tag belts here and then the Fiend came out at the end. Kofi and Orton's feud was terrible. So, just so you know, Kofi's matches as champion were terrible. This was a really good pay-per-view, though. Even though the main event absolutely was dog shit ending. Hell in a Cell, Bryan and Reigns against the Bludgeon Brothers again. Becky and Sasha, great match. And yeah, Chad Gable on pay-per-view. It's nice to see. The trading cards are actually starting to fall out. 2019 Survivor Series, one of my favorites because it's the only time NXT was involved, and this is my personal favorite. Roderick Strong, Styles, and Nakamura. Roderick Strong beating Styles and Nakamura. That's an upset. I don't own like Super Showdown. I think I'm missing a couple because some of them I refuse to own because they're dog shit. Like this one I wasn't going to get, but I had to get it for 2 matches. Only 2 matches. And it wasn't any of these 3. They're all shit. Yes, I know. Roman Reigns got pinned in this one. Until Jey Uso pinned him. It was only for Malachi Black versus Buddy Matthews and formerly Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. And the Revival versus the New Day. They were like the first 2 matches to open the show. 2020 Royal Rumble. This was a great Royal Rumble. Edge's return, McIntyre winning, Charlotte winning. Wrong call, but up until then, that was a great Royal Rumble. This was a terrible event. I still don't know why I haven't sometimes. Super salty shit show. Ricochet losing in like 5 seconds. Don't know what he was wearing there. Undertaker Styles feud there. Yeah, a lot. Bill Goldberg buried the Fiend, quite literally. It's not very nice. That's why Bill Goldberg's one of the most hated men in the world. Elimination Chamber 2020. I ended up buying this because it's actually a great event. Drew Gulak and Bryan's a great match. There's some really good stuff on here, actually. And I watched it. And then that was the last live event because then we went into no fans for WrestleMania 36. What it would have been like with fans, I don't know. Yeah, it would have been interesting. But for its time, it was good. Rhea and Charlotte, that's their better match, not the one they just had last year. And don't give me that shit. Money in the Bank 2020 for its time. Bayley and Tamina. Drew and Seth was like the best thing on here. And now they've had a lot of matches since then. The greatest wrestling match ever. This was really, that was a stupid thing to call it because it didn't. It was a good match. It wasn't the greatest greatest wrestling match ever. You weren't even going to live up to that. And then I hate when they used to do ninjas. I hated that shit. Yeah, some of this stuff was Braun Strowman and against Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho, ho. Yeah, that shit was stupid. I actually ended up getting a copy from a friend of mine. 2 copies of SummerSlam, even though this doesn't scream SummerSlam. You'll never see it coming. Roman Reigns, oh, whoop-de-doo. He was supposed to be he didn't defend his title against Bill Goldberg, and Braun Strowman won it in 3 minutes. That pay-per-view is that's a terrible pay-per-view. That's the only good Drew and Orton match. Roman's first match was against, I don't have Payback. They didn't release it in the States. So, if you're wondering where that is. Clash of Champions, Gold Rush, I don't have it. I didn't really care for this one either. Again, it was in front of no fans. It was just the Thunderdome era. I have the sealed one too. The only good match was Jeff Hardy, Sami Zayn, and AJ Styles when Sami Zayn came back with we had two Intercontinental Champions. The rightful one and the fake one was Jeff Hardy. Hell in the Cell 2020. This was the best one for the Thunderdome era. Yeah, Bayley and Sasha. Actually, Roman and Jay was great. And this was shit. Because Orton winning didn't mean anything. He just lost it. 2020 TLC favorites. There's no Shelton Benjamin anymore. He's a free agent. Hopefully he goes to AEW. 2021 now. I know I don't have all of 2020. I don't have Survivor Series. That's shit. That's why it's not there. And some other ones probably. You missed that one. Well, that's because I don't have it. 2021 Survivor Series. Brock versus Bill Goldberg was terrifying to watch. Because I didn't want Goldberg to win another title. Carmella and Sasha. Great. That was a good match. Great Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns match. Great women's Royal Rumble. And Edge winning, I didn't like, but it's fine. Edge didn't even... He left the company shortly after, so it didn't even mean anything. Elimination Chamber 2021. It was a good pay-per-view for what it was. Roman beating Bryan right afterwards, which I thought was bullshit. Miz beating McIntyre, winning everything, and then Miz getting Bobby Lashley attacking him and McIntyre, and then Miz cashing in his briefcase was bullshit because he did it at TLC, but they didn't count that. Like, well, that's bullshit. 2021 Fastlane. The last Fastlane I thought we were ever going to get because it was so terrible, but we got one this year. Jeez. Got Rollins and Nakamura and Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. That's literally the only redeeming qualities on this show. That's it. Bryan and Roman was boring. And Edge was the special and enforcer and got involved, of course. WrestleMania. What is this? This is now 37. Because they don't number it anymore. 37. Matt Riddle and Sheamus was that was a really good match. Bobby and Lashley and Drew McIntyre. Seth and Claudio was great. Bianca and Sasha. Yeah, there's some good stuff on there. Still not a good one. That's when they had fans back. Just for that one, though. Not all fans, just some. In Tampa Bay, Florida. It was outside. WrestleMania Backlash. I hate it when they call it WrestleMania Backlash. When they did this, but it was not a bad show. I actually liked watching this one. So, that's why I got it. Rhea Ripley wasn't even as good as she is now. That's the best version of Rhea Ripley. Hell in the Cell 2021. They did this one earlier than they usually do. I got it at Walmart when it was Bobby and Drew's match was terrible. Rhea and Ripley and Charlotte's match sucked. Shayna and Alexa was terrible. I got it for these three. Claudio and Seth again. Sami and Kevin always have great matches. Bayley and Bianca, that was really good. And Bayley was injured. You know all about Bayley's injury because I don't know Money in the Bank and some of these because screw that. This is when fans were back around Money in the Bank time. 2021 Extreme Rules. It's a good event. Finn losing was ridiculous how they did that shit. Crown Jewel 2021. I had to get a different case for this. When it came, it was already broken. Thanks, Amazon. Yep, fun one. King Xavier and Queen Selena was terrible. I don't like that. Should have been King Finn. 2022. I know we're not far behind. Day 1. They just did this on Monday Night Raw. This was the only good match. Becky and Liv Morgan. And RK Bro versus the Street Profits. That's it. And New Day and Big E's was one of the worst champions you'll ever see because they booked him terrible. He got, like, his one good title match was against Drew McIntyre on Crown Jewel, and that was it. WrestleMania 38. Oh my gosh. Yes. 38. This was whatever. There's some good stuff on here. I don't have... The only two I don't have, I know, is Royal Rumble and the Saudi Arabia Elimination Chamber. Those were both terrible, and I didn't watch the Saudi Arabia Elimination Chamber when it happened because I thought it looked dog shit, and it was. Backlash 2022. So Seth and Cody's match was like the best thing on here. And Styles and Edge rematch from Mania. That's really the only reason I got it. Hell in the Cell for the trilogy of Cody. I think Seth should have won one of these, like this one here with the torn pack was bullshit. Thought he should have won that. And the Judgment Day versus Liv and Styles and Balor was a great 6-man tag. Even Becky with her weird phase here. Lashley and Omos's feud was shit. I know, I'm not an Omos. I'm not a Homo sapien fan, guys. Sorry. You can leave your comments about me not being an Omos fan. I'm sorry. Money in the Bank 2022. Austin Theory winning was stupid because he wasn't even in the damn match. Natalya and Ronda Rousey, the only thing about that was great was Liv Morgan cashing in. And he didn't even give her a good title defense. Carmella's last pay-per-view match. Because she's had a baby since then. Good for her. I want her back on TV, though. He gave her a terrible match here at SummerSlam with Ronda. That was the worst match. Logan Paul's match was whatever. This one I wasn't a Logan Paul fan. I'm loving Logan Paul shit now. Really good SummerSlam. Gave a rewatch when I got it. When I got it like last year. So Clash at the Castle, great event in Cardiff, Wales. Again, Liv Morgan's match was the worst one. That's just how it goes because they booked her in shitty matches. And they gave her Ronda, and they just gave her a Ronda match again and Shayna, and then back to Ronda and made her look terrible. Edge and Finn here was great at Extreme Rules. Fight Pit was good, and I didn't like Bayley and Bianca's match here. They've had about like 65,000 matches. They're having another one on SmackDown. What's going to be different? Nothing. Crown Jewel, Logan Paul versus Reigns. Reigns versus Paul. Versus Logan, as it says. I didn't care about that match either. There's certain people Logan Paul has to get in the ring with for me to care about. It's not Roman Reigns because he's shit. The only Karrion Kross match I ever cared about was him and Drew McIntyre. Let's see how this new faction does with him and AOP. I'm glad AOP's back. I never got to see them really do anything because they always got injured. I never watched them in NXT. I wasn't watching NXT at that time. I started after they left NXT. Survivor Series War Games 2022. Way better than last year's, last month's. The Bloodline one and the women's one. The women's one last year was way better. Had way better people. Honestly, there was the Shotzi and Ronda match was the only shitty match on that card. That's not when there was 5 matches. So, and we're on to last year. We're here. 2023 Royal Rumble. The women's match, Rhea winning the whole Royal Rumble was great. That was a great women's Royal Rumble. The men's was sloppy. And the ending of Sammy turning on the bloodline. That's about it on this whole thing. And it's sad to say Bray Wyatt's match was terrible. Elimination Chamber 2023. My favorite pay-per-view from last year. And that's my favorite title defense from Roman Reigns. And a great United States Championship Chamber match. WrestleMania 39. I saw this with my friend at his house. Did a watch party. Night 1 is great. Night 2 shit. It was booked by Vince. Night 1 was booked. Night 2 was booked by Vince. Night 1 was booked by Triple H. Even though the Sheamus, Gunther, and Drew match was great. That's it. Blu-ray of that. Backlash 2023. Ended up buying it because I actually enjoyed the show. Not for Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Okay, fucking relax. The match was shit. Now Your Champions 2023. This match and that match. That's it. That's all you need to watch for that. Even though the Bloodline storyline didn't mean the Money in the Bank thing I'm about to get to doesn't mean shit. Money in the Bank. Bloodline Civil War. This doesn't mean anything anymore. So, and I thought this was a good pay-per-view. Not their best, but I love both Money in the Bank, men's and women's. And finally, I have in my collection here SummerSlam 2023. This was not a good pay-per-view. They were like, Ricochet and Logan was good, Drew and Gunther was good, Seth and Finn was match of the night. Other than that, though, it was really shitty. LA Knight winning a Slim Jim Battle Royal, that doesn't do anything. Payback 2023. I'm going to rewatch it again, but Nakamura and Rollins was my favorite match. Besides the Pittsburgh City Steel Street fight with Owens and Zayn and the Judgment Day, Priest and Balor. Becky and Trish was good, even though I hated the whole build-up. If they did it better, I might have liked they really didn't mean anything to me. So yeah, this is my last pay-per-view from my collection. They have Fastlane's out. I'm not buying it. Crown Jewel's been out. I'm not buying that one. And I am gonna get Survivor Series War Games when I can find it. And yeah, they're not supposedly there's no more DVDs for 2024 for WWE, so if that's true, I'll see what I can do, but just going to be AEW DVDs then from now on, so you'll see. It's going to be AEW stuff for me from now on. But this has been Orion. Peace out, and thank you guys so much for watching this entire collection video. I hope you guys enjoy the hell out of it. 2 whole parts. It's like going to be super long. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see ya.